Thank you for plugging into this Family Life News podcast, streaming issues-driven, family-focused news. Welcome to another edition of Hometown Heroes on Family Life. I'm your host, Bill Price. Our guest this week, Bernadette Negus from Savona, New York. She's changing people's lives through the power of song. Quite an honor here to be up for a Dove Award. Tell us about the song and why you wrote it.
It goes back a ways. What happened first was I received a phone call from my mom, and they had said cancer. And so, I was devastated, obviously, and she was scared. And I went right to we were in full-time ministry, and I went right to my piano and just started, praying and saying, Lord, just take this. Let it not be true. I know how powerful you are. I know who you are. We were serving him in full-time ministry, and I'm like, Lord, this is nothing for you to take it away. You can do this. And I would just was playing the piano and worshiping, and I heard clear as day, when those times the Lord speaks in your heart, he said, but what if I don't do it that way?
Yeah.
And it stopped me dead in my tracks. It just stopped me. I'm like, that's not the answer I wanted, and I thought, so then of course I rationalized it all. I'm like, okay, that's not his voice. That's just, the enemy trying to give me doubt and all that jazz, Well, it turned out, my mom lost her life to cancer, and it was that, and it was bad, and everything else. So I tucked that away. I didn't write the song that day, but that was part of it. And then after she passed away from that, I was reading my Bible, and it was Easter time, and in Gethsemane, when Jesus was asking the Lord to take this cup, just take this cup, and when the Lord sent angels, instead of taking the cup to refresh him and restore him, he knew the answer was, I'm not taking that cup, you know what I mean? You've got to walk through this, but I will provide for you, and I'll be with you through it all.
Yeah.
And the song is called When the Answer is No, and it was recorded by the Tally Trio. Also, Wilderness Music has made it into print music for church choirs as well, so that churches could do it. But the chorus is, when the answer is no, he'll be with you through it all.
Wow.
When the answer is no, even if you fall, every storm you have to face will be covered by his grace, even when the answer is no. And that's where it was birthed from.
So from a very painful place, and I'm sure those lyrics give a lot of people hope. What are you hearing from people across the country that have heard this song?
Actually, SGN Scoops Magazine just wrote an article on my songwriting journey and mentioned, wrote about this song. And I had a woman contact me just the other day and said she just lost her husband, and how this song is just seeing her through that. And the Tallies have told me every time they perform it, they see people that just weeping. They look out at the audience and they're crying, and so it is encouraging. As a songwriter, you don't hear a whole lot sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You write your song and you send it out there, and then I'm not the performer of it. And I don't see people's response. I'm just tucked away, hidden in my little studio back here, writing all the time. But it is encouraging when you get some of that feedback on how it ministered to this person or that person. I'm grateful that it was, the Lord has been able to use it.
You're listening to Hometown Heroes on Family Life. Our guest this week is Bernadette Negus from Savona, New York, and she is up for a Dove Award for a song that she's written, and the song is When the Answer is No. It's a Southern gospel song, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what are your hopes, Bernadette, for this song, and what do you want it to accomplish in people's lives that hear it?
My only goal for it, obviously it's exciting to hear the word Dove Award, and who knows if it'll, that doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is knowing that the reason I write is because when God tucks these things in my heart, it to build the body of Christ, that people could receive hope and encouragement, and just the same hope that we live through these things, these real life things. You know what I mean? He's with us. He'll see us through, and if it can encourage other people, man, then it's done its job.
That's Bernadette Negus from Savona, New York. This week's hometown hero. Join us next week as we search for your home, your town, your hero. It's Hometown Heroes on Family Life.